Hello, it's 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition for tonight headlines. We have a Spanish team conduct promising archaeological excavations in Daspio. The CAF president is reassured of the progress of the infrastructures. Welcome to our newsroom. The Ministry of National Education Vocational Training, in collaboration with UNICEF, organized last Thursday at the CFF a validation workshop of the bottleneck analysis on water, sanitation, and hygiene wash in schools in Djibouti. The workshop was opened by the Secretary General of the Menfop, Mohamed Abdallah Mahyoub, who stressed the importance of improving water, sanitation, and hygiene services in schools to promote learning conditions for students in the Republic of Djibouti. The General Directors of Education, Abdi Dirir, supervised the workshop until the end of the day. The objective of this workshop was to present to a panel of interlocutors composed of officials, school principals, parent, teacher associations, NGOs and technical partners the results of their analysis of the bottlenecks on wash in schools that the research firm Eco-Humanist has conducted. Group work was carried out with the different stakeholders of the workshop in order to validate the studies and to make recommendations. Unlike other months, the movement of economic and commercial activities in the main market of the city of Djibouti decreases significantly throughout the day in the blessed month of Ramadan and resumes its activity in the period after the afternoon prayers. In this regard, the streets of Djibouti city seem almost empty, as shown in these images captured by RTD's camera. Restaurants also closed their doors during the day of Ramadan in accordance with the directives issued by the competent authorities and in respect for the sanctity of the blessed month. For their part, the ulama emphasized that there is a set of etiquettes and morals that a Muslim should have in order for his fasting to be acceptable and thus gain the approvals of the God Almighty. From this point of view, the Muslims must redouble his efforts during Ramadan to make the most of the holy months, which he spends only once a year. Finally, there is one night in the month of Ramadan that is better than a thousand months, that is 83 years and 4 months, namely the night of destiny or Layal al-Qadr. As part of the reforms of research of our archaeological heritage in Djibouti, the Institute of Archaeological and Historical Research is headed by the Dr. Salah Zakaria has formed partnerships with the partners after the French and the Americans. A Spanish team of archaeologists are carrying out excavations in the south of the country, more precisely in Daspio, where the Spanish teams has found many sites of interest for archaeology and Handoga in Dihel. The Spanish team, led by the experts Alfredo Gonzalez, led a missions of excavations in Daspio with the palpable results of 3 months, 3 tombs were found, two of which belong to the pre-Islamic period, probably in the transition period between the ancient world and the medieval. Despite the looting of some of the tombs provided interesting information to archaeologists with the discovery of a funerary offering, including a fragment of 4 small glasses, bottles of perfume, one of which was complete, a bracelet made of polished red stones, an iron bracelets and ceramic dishes. In addition, the team has carried out projections to document 2 other sites with large tombs between Ali Ade and Holhol. The Spanish archaeologist Alfredo Gonzalez thanked the Ministry of Education and CERD, as well as the General Directors of IRA, Dr. Salah Zakaria, for facilitating the Spanish team of experts who conducted excavations on the new Daasbio and its surroundings. Another Spanish team is conducting excavations on the sites of Handoga in the region of Dakhil. The team has been conducting research for more than 20 years in Africa, and since the Spanish team started its work in Djibouti around two lines, the society and the landscape between the nomadic societies of the Islamic period and the transitions to Islam, particularly the insertions of nomadic groups in the trade connecting the Mediterranean, the Red Sea, Persia, and India. The director of IRA, Dr. Salah Zakaria, thanked the Spanish team for its researches and excavations, which will allow to reinforce the archaeological heritage of Djibouti, which is very rich with unique sites in Goba in the region of Dakhil, in long-term IRA plans to set up a center of deposit of the archaeological product today scattered all over the world. In the long run, IRA plans to set up a center for the storage of archaeological products that are currently scattered all over the world. Below we listen to speakers surrounded by his collaborators at IRA. As part of our mission to monitor programs activity, the National Union of Djiboutian Women, UNFD, together with the delegations of the European Union and UNICEF, proceeded the visit of the site of the Community Management Committee in the region of Tajora, in which the delegation was warmly welcomed. The Management Committee were able to present the progress of their nutrition activities implemented in close collaboration with the national nutrition programs of the Ministry of Health, awareness sessions on the promotion of essential social practices as exclusive maternal and infant breastfeeding and the nutrition of the breastfeeding women and children aged to 0 to 2 years were carried out, as well as the management of the children detected and referred to health centers. The delegation also exchanged with the GCS on the protections of children's rights, and more particularly on the situations of female genital mutilations in the community, and participated in awareness raising sessions on children's rights. For the international scene, train attacks in Nigeria, more than 116 people still missing a week after the attack on a train in northwestern Nigeria by gunmen. More than 168 people are still missing. The National Railway Companies, the Nigerian Railway Corporation, said Sunday evening at least 8 people were killed and an unknown numbers abducted on March 28 in an attack by gunmen who detonated a bomb on the tracks and opened fires on the train linking the capital Abuja to the northwestern Nigerian city of Kaduna, where criminals gangs are active. Survivors of the attack and Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari said passengers were abducted, but the exact numbers is not known. In a statement released Sunday night, in the NRC said that 362 passengers on board the trains at the time of the attack, 186 had been confirmed safe. The CAN 2023 CAF president reassured of infrastructure progress. The president of the Confederation of African Football, Patrice Motsepe, visiting Cote d'Ivoire on Monday, said he was reassured by the progress of infrastructure for the next CAN, which will take place from June 23 to July 23 to 2023 in the countries. We are confident that the CAN that you will organize here will be the best. We are reassured by the various infrastructure that you have put in place to host this competition, said the South African leaders after a meeting with the Ivorian president Alassane Ouattara. I am satisfied with the progress made, even if there are still some problems to solve, he added, 6 stadiums are under construction and renovations for the competition. 3 of them are almost finished. The one in Ebimbe on the outskirts of Abidjan, 60,000 seats. The one is Boaké Center, which has been renovated to 14,000 seats, and the one in Yamoussoukro Center is 20,000 seats. And to close up this edition, President Cyril Ramaphosa announced Monday that all legal restrictions related to the COVID-19 pandemic would end at midnight, stressing that it was time to revive economic growth. The pace of new infections and deaths from the virus has slowed significantly in South Africa since mid-February. Cyril Ramaphosa said the death rate has dropped for a daily average of 120 in July last year to just 12 last week. We hope that the worst is behind us and that better days lie ahead, he said as he announced the lifting of the latest restrictions from midnight. Now is the time to grow out the economy and create jobs to get our country back on track. It is now time to heal, to recover, and to rebuild, he said in a televised addresses on the nation. South Africa's economic situation has been worsened by the pandemic, with the unemployment reaching a record 35.3% in the last quarters of the 2022. This is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.